Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the electrifying world of EFED Broadcast Channel. Before we dive into the heart-pounding action, let's set the stage with a brief disclaimer. The following content is an EFED Broadcast Channel event created within the WWE 2K universe. All characters, storylines, and events are fictional and exist solely for entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to real-life individuals, living or deceased, is purely coincidental. Viewer discretion is advised. This show may contain intense simulated combat, dramatic rivalries, and over-the-top personas. It's all in good fun, but please remember that these are digital avatars, so grab your imaginary popcorn, suspend your disbelief, and let's get ready to rumble. Now, let the virtual battles commence.
I like your take on boobies. And I like boobies.
Gun, higher.
I am the higher.
Don't
Test
higher.
gun. I am the higher gun.
Don't
Test me.
I am the
I am the
I am the higher gun who bout to set it off. Watch me leap from the top with the coup de grace. It's scary hours for you and all of y'all. How you want a submission to pinfall? I am the higher gun who bout to set it off. Watch me leap from the top with the coup de grace. It's scary hours for you and all of y'all.
And welcome to the Turnbuckle Talk Podcast with your host, the Higher Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. So, how y'all doing? So today, I'm kind of gonna talk about the Vince McMahon Doc, but I'm not because I haven't watched it. But you know, some of the stuff I know about that I just don't want to like some of the stuff that's in that doc we already know. Like a lot of this stuff we already know. Alright, it's just being confirmed. Like the Stephanie McMahon being pregnant by Vince or Shane. Like we knew that was the thing already. You know? Like we knew that. Or the Pat Patterson stuff that's going around now. Like hey, for anybody that's saying, I didn't, you're gullible. Cause that shit's been going around for years about Pat Patterson. I'm not saying don't watch the doc because it's there. Now, one thing you got to go into with this. Now, there is someone saying, or there is a thing going around. And people say it's rumors. No. Part of it is rumors. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back and find this rumor. But I think part of it is a rumor, not all of it. Like, let me okay. So Vince McMahon tried to buy. Vince McMahon tried to buy the rights of the Netflix documentary, right? And at the early screening. So he got an early screening of it, which I knew about already. All right. When Netflix decided to show no interest in doing that, Vince tried to tell the owner of TKO to tell them to pull it. Alright? So, the first part I know is true. Like, Vince did try to buy the Netflix doc. You know, like, that part I know is true. The other part, don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did try to buy, tell them, like, TKO to buy. Because Vince seen what's going to come on. And the reason like, he tried to buy some like buy it and stuff because Vince tweeted about it and tried to get in front of it, like before it came out. Another crazy thing about it, Stephanie's birthday was Tuesday. Like Stephanie McMahon's birthday was Tuesday, a day before that came out. Horrible time. Change the birthday, but damn. But like I said, I know some other stuff that happened in it, but I already knew it. He talks about the Chris Benoit situation. He talks about some other stuff, but again, a lot of this stuff you already know. And that's not saying you shouldn't watch it, but I don't really watch documentary stuff. Like I haven't watched the Eddie stuff, and I'm not gonna watch the Eddie stuff. Don't like true story stuff, especially when someone is deaf. Made me stop watching wrestling in the first place. So nah. I mean, I watch wrestling now, obvious, but back in the day, I stopped watching wrestling because Eddie passed. And for me, there was no need for me to watch wrestling then. Like I fell out of love with wrestling because of that. Now, yeah. Speaking of a man, there's a picture floating around of Shane and the Young Bucks. Look, we know this is gonna happen. Okay. Like Shane's gonna show up on AEW soon. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Shane's behind the whole Jon Moxley thing. Like the Jon Moxley and the group, in the new group, because everybody in that group right now is a form. Besides Roger Strong's wife, alright? But every guy in that group now is an ex-WWE guy. Every guy. So, speaking of ex-WWE guy, MVP showed up in AEW last night. It was coming. Bobby's next. Bobby and Shelton Benjamin is next. All right. I won't say. What's his name? Not Shelton Benjamin, because he's gonna show up. Cedric Alexander. He won't be showing up there unless he gets released. But he signed a new contract, and he's pretty much being a mentor to the OG right now, because he's tagging with him and he's mentoring him. Like, which is cool. Like he signed a new deal and they giving him something to do. Speaking of NXT, last episode on USA Network was Tuesday. It's Tuesday. So now the next two episodes are pretty much booked. Right? They're live, but the matches is already, like, most of the matches is already full, like filled out already. For the first episode and the second episode. The first episode they're gonna be in Chicago, and CM Punk and The Miz are gonna be there. All right. The second episode, Orton's gonna be in that one too. On that one, because they're gonna be in St. Louis. Randy Orton's gonna fight the OG. Listen, all that's gonna happen with that situation is Orton's gonna create a new way to hit the RKO. It's gonna happen because the OG, he's pretty much a high flyer. I mean, not pretty much. He's a high flyer. That's what he does. Like, that's what he does. I understand that NXT is somewhat still a place you go to develop your character, right? But they gotta make him stop talking. Like the OG, I understand he like if he don't work it or like work on it there, he can't work at it at all. I understand it, but less is better with him. Like he's never gonna be a great promoist. Like never say never, never. Like every time he promo, I'm like, oh, like I'll at least do it off camera, right? And then try it out. But like he is just not good at promoing, but he's good in the ring. He's a younger Ricochet, right? Right. I mean, Ricochet probably like he gives off a better promo than he does, but still, like they the same person. It's just he's younger. He just turned 20, like what last month, you know. And like I said, he's gonna fight Randy Orton 2 weeks from now, and there's gonna be some way he gets RKO'd in the air. It's gonna happen. It's why the match is gonna happen. You know, and it's good for him because of the fact that he gets to fight Orton. You know, and he gets his experience. That's all that is. Like he's not gonna win. Like he's not gonna win that man. Like he just lost to Grayson Waller them this week. Like he's not gonna beat Orton. Orton has already given his loss to a rookie. Well, not a rookie because something like he's not a rookie, but Randy Orton has already gave up a loss to a young yes, a young up and comer wrestler already. He's already done that. Like he's already done it, so he's not going to do it again in his own town. All right, that ain't gonna happen. Can't see it happening at all. You know, so there's that. Nigel McGuinness and Danny Bryan fought yesterday. Good match. Good match. For what it was a good match. Now, were we gonna get heavy hitting like they did back in ROH? No. But it was a good match. Now, like the only thing I hate about that match, well, not the match in particular. I hate the build to it because there was no build to it. It was like the Orton and not Orton. It was like the KO and Stone Cold build. It was all Kevin Owens and it was all Kevin Owens and no Steve Austin. Like Steve Austin was like he did a video here and there, but he was never doing anything else, and until he was actually there, to do the match, you know, so this was pretty much the same thing because Danny Bryan didn't do anything, you know, like he didn't promo for the match, he just showed up yesterday and he wrestled Nigel McGuinness. Nigel McGuinness did all the work, you know, but it was no build to it. Yeah, you know, it was no build to it. Now, again, they had a good match last night. They did. I enjoyed that match last night. I also enjoyed the Young Bucks versus the Young Bucks versus Will Ospreay and his best friend. Right? I enjoyed that match a lot. I knew the Bucks wasn't going to win. I knew the Bucks was going to win because it just leads more into Don Callis' group turning on Will Ospreay. That's all. it just leads to it. It just leads to that because like you got two results coming out of that. If Don Talos doesn't get involved, Will Ospreay, then they win. They win. But you can also say if Will Ospreay doesn't make the save and doesn't make his best friend don't cheat like cheat in the match, they win. So you can look at it two ways when it comes to that. You can look at it two ways when it comes to that. Like either or. Like you can look at it as Will Ospreay was right or Don Tellis was right. But it's in the lead to them turning on him. Hell, I believe Ricochet, which I'm gonna get into Ricochet real quick too. Alright? I believe Ricochet's gonna join John Callis. It makes sense then. It gives Ricochet something to do. Besides having these pointless matches he's having. So, speaking of Ricochet, okay. I understand 95% of wrestlers that leave the E are gonna take shots or talk shit about the E. And some stuff is justified. It is, alright? And some is not. Alright? So Ricochet's been taking little short jabs. So has No Name, which she took some more shots recently too. But Ricochet's been taking these short jabs recently that I haven't talked about. But I'm gonna talk about them today though. Alright? Like at 1 minute he says that if AEW would have opened sooner, he probably wouldn't even went to WWE. Okay. He can say that now, right? Alright, because he's already been to WWE. Alright? Alright, and he got a nasty taste in his mouth. Right? And he's bitter. Even though he met his wife there, alright, even though he made his first big money there, alright, even though he did win titles. Now, how long did he take hold on to these titles? It's a whole different story, alright. But like he just got a real bad taste in his mouth right now, right? And he says he's happy in AEW right now, and that's cool. Be happy, alright. Do your thing, alright. But he's taking shots now. That was one of them. The other one was like he's talking about Vince. Well, Vince did something to him, and he's making it seem like, Triple H didn't believe in him either. Which okay, cool. So now do your thing now. Now, do what you gotta do. Like, do what you gotta do, and make a name for yourself. Because now you bet on yourself. Right? You said you wanted to be with your friends and do your thing. Right? Right. So now, but let me make this clear. Your first match you had in AEW wasn't good. Like, you bunched a lot of moves and stuff. Your promos that you're doing right now in AEW are the same promos you did in WWE. So that didn't make you better. Now, are you having longer matches? Sure. Alright? Are you having matches with people you haven't had matches with before? Or it hasn't been in a long minute? Sure. Are you undefeated in AEW right now? One-on-one, yes. I mean, and that battle royale you was in, you didn't get pinned, so you didn't win it either, but you didn't get pinned. So I say you still undefeated. Okay, cool. And again, let me say this now. I'm not trying to hate on anybody from AEW. I'm not. I watch AEW every Wednesday and sometimes on Saturday. I don't watch Rampage, no, but I watch. All right, I don't watch this to hate. No, because a lot of wrestlers I watch, I'm a fan of. But I know when I see bitter. Excuse me. So, switching to somebody else who's hating. Monet. She went on the Breakfast Club recently. Again, because she went on there before. And this time, there was some more shit she said. Now, she took a jab at Naomi and said that when Naomi signed back, she felt like she got backstabbed in the back because she left when Naomi left, right? So when she signed back, Naomi said, Monet said that she must have loved the money, in these short matches. Yeah. Now, mind you, well, Monet hasn't been on AEW TV in a couple weeks now. Like since she had her match, since she, no, you know what? She hasn't been on TV in a couple weeks now. Alright? But mind you, any pay-per-view match she's had hasn't been good. Alright, like that, and she's already said that she went to AEW because of the money. Because AEW paid her more money. Now she can jazz this up all she wants to. Alright? And I won't call her a bitch this time. Alright? But she can jazz this up all she wants to that she is having longer matches and how the females are having 3 matches on the pay-per-view and shit like that there. And she can talk about how when Raw goes to 2 hours, who's going to be hurting for time or the females. She can do all that shit she wants to, but it don't bust a fucking great about how bad her matches are right now and how bad she promos right now. Alright, and then she had the nerve to say she don't think she ever go back to WWE good, because honestly they probably wouldn't want you now. Now, am I saying that she's done the worstest thing ever? Anybody in the company? No, because Cody destroyed the throne that meant he was destroying Triple H's legacy. Right? So obviously she hasn't done worse or said worse. Oh, maybe. Obviously she hasn't done worse. Alright, I won't say that she hasn't said worse. I won't say that because she keeps taking jabs. Alright? Like keeps taking jabs. Alright. So so I won't say she hasn't said worse. Alright, but there's been worse shit, but they all come back. Now, speaking of somebody coming back, so Buddy Murphy signed a new contract with AEW because they wasn't gonna let him go. Alright, Anderson Black contract is coming to an end. Now, it's just like the third time they've said this. Alright, but his contract is expiring soon. Alright, at the end of this year. Alright, soon. And the rumors is he's on the rumors are he's on by the WWE. Now, speaking of rumors, so there was a rumor going around that the Lucha Brothers had already signed a contract with the E, which they haven't because they're still on AEW's roster still. All right, and the problem is right now is Phoenix, because he got hurt a couple of times, and Tony Khan can really just extend his contract because of that. Like, well, not extended, but he can put more time on it. So it's like an extension, you know, like he can put more time on the contract because of that. The E does that too. So, you know, I won't say it like it's one company doing that, but the E does that too. But you know, Penta contract expires this month in a couple of weeks. They said that Phoenix contract is supposed to expire too. So does Penta go by himself at first, or does he wait on his brother? That's the goal here. Now, since there's been talk already about this situation, we haven't heard anything from. Well, let me not say it that way. The Lucha Brothers haven't been on TV or pay-per-view since. Now, what it looks like, what was gonna happen is Peck and the Lucha Brothers were gonna win the trios titles at one point, but it didn't happen. Well, it kind of didn't happen. Like, the Lucha Brothers didn't win the belts. Pat won the belt with Yuta and Cesaro. Alright? Or you know, so it went down like that instead. But you can tell that Death Triangle, that was the group's name. Death Triangle was going to win the belts. You know? So, like, they just changed it. They just, you know, but and the Lucha Brothers haven't been on TV since. They just haven't. You know, so like he tells you that that's gonna happen. Like they're gonna leave because the ammo that Tony Khan does is different from what the ammo that Tony Khan does is different from the E does. When somebody contract runs out with the E, or is gonna run out with the E uses their wrestler still, and they make them job out until the end. All right, Tony Khan just takes them off TV. All right, he just takes them off TV, and he doesn't use them. Like Ricky Starks, Lucha Brothers. It looks like Garcia now because like Garcia hasn't been on TV since the last pay-per-view. Now, point granted, he has nothing to do, but but his contract, like Garcia's contract, runs out in October, right? So, like, point granted, there's nothing for him to do, and he had to sign a new contract because what was supposed to happen is Garcia was supposed to beat MJF at the pay-per-view, but it didn't happen because Garcia didn't sign a new contract yet. And Tony Khan didn't want Garcia going over one of his wrestlers who did sign a contract. You know? Because MJF was taking time off no matter what. He was taking time off whether he won or lost, he was taking time off. Okay? Because he's doing a movie. So Garcia, Garcia, but Garcia didn't win. The main purpose he didn't win is because he didn't sign a new contract yet. Now, at one point, there was strong belief that he was staying. Now, not so much. Now, for me, I like Garcia gets TV time. He does. Alright? But if Garcia wants to go to WWE and get polished in NXT and then get called up, that's on him. Now, Garcia also can he can also look at it this way too now. He can get paid by Tony Khan and he can get TV time, but is he gonna get pushed right? Now, you can say that with the E too. Like you can. So it's not a gimme either or. Alright? Speaking of someone who wants their release, Rusev. Alright, I'm gonna call him Rusev because I forgot his other name. Alright? He wants his release from AEW. I'm not really surprised by that. Like I'm not. He hasn't done nothing this year, right? And then he got stuck in limbo before. He's had a lot of injuries. Now, mind you, I don't think that's gonna happen. All right. The Rusev citizens never signed that new contract, right? Like he just shouldn't have because he's been sitting home, right? And then B, he probably just like he wasn't getting used properly in the first place. Now, point granted, he's been turning down a lot of stuff, right? Just like Ricky. Well, Ricky Stark says he hasn't, but the rumor is he was turning down stuff too, all right? So, but I'm going to end the show with that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all watch wrestling. Make sure y'all watch New Breed. And make sure y'all watch EFBC in general. Sorry, guys. But this is the High Guy. God bless. Love you. I'm out.